In 1944, the German Luftwaffe issued a terrifying order to its pilots. Avoid combat below 5,000 meters with Yakovlev fighters lacking an oil cooler under the nose. Why? Because the Soviets had created a giant killer. It was small, it was made largely of wood, and it was arguably the best dogfighter of the entire war. This is the story of the Yak-3, the plane that reclaimed the Russian skies. While the Americans were building massive, heavy fighters like the P-47, the Soviets went the opposite way. The Yak-3 was tiny. Engineer Alexander Yakovlev stripped away everything unnecessary. It didn't have heavy armor or complex gadgets. It was basically a massive engine strapped to a lightweight wooden and metal frame. This gave it a power-to-weight ratio that was off the charts. It wasn't just fast, it was explosive. In the thin air of the Eastern Front, the Yak-3 could accelerate and climb faster than almost anything the Germans could throw at it. The Eastern Front was different. Most battles happened at low altitudes to support the tanks on the ground. This was the Yak-3's playground. Top speed, 407 miles per hour. Agility, it could complete a full circle in just 18 seconds. If a German pilot got dragged into a low-level scrap with a Yak, his chances of survival dropped to zero. It was so effective that the famous French Normandy Niemen squadron, fighting for the Soviets, refused to fly British or American planes. They demanded the Yak-3. It wasn't perfect. Because it was so light, it was fragile. It couldn't take the hits that a Mustang or a Thunderbolt could, but it didn't need to. The Yak-3's philosophy was simple: don't get hit, just kill. By the time the war ended, it had solidified its place as the ultimate point defense fighter. It was the plane that finally turned the tide of the air war in the East. The Yak-3 proves that sometimes the simplest tool is the most lethal.